You know, every single time you talk, you're basically performing this incredible magic trick. And you don't even think about it. You're using a hidden system, a secret code made of sounds that your brain and mouth use to create meaning. Today, we're going to crack that code.
All right, so let's jump right in with a little puzzle. Take the words ship and sheep. One's a boat, the other's a fluffy animal. Totally different things. But why? I mean, the spelling is almost the same, but the real secret isn't what you see on the page. It's all in what you hear. And there it is. Check this out. The entire difference in meaning between a giant vessel on the ocean and an animal in a field, it all comes down to that one tiny change right in the middle. From the sound I to the sound E. That's it. That's the whole game right there. Okay, so to crack this code, we have to start with the star of the show, the vowel. So what is a vowel, really?
So here's the deal. A vowel is a sound you make with a completely open channel. Think about consonants for a second, like pa or ta. You have to actually block the air for a split second with your lips or your tongue. Well, vowels are the exact opposite. They're the open highway for your voice where the sound just flows free.
And get this, it's actually pretty cool. Every single vowel in English is voiced. That's just a fancy term that means your vocal cords are buzzing. Seriously, try it right now. Put your hand on your throat and just say, ah. You feel that? That little vibration is the engine that powers every single vowel you make.
Now, you might be thinking, if all vowels are just these open, buzzy sounds, how on earth do we make so many different ones? Well, it's because we can map them out with some incredible precision. It's like we have a GPS for our mouths. Let's look at the 4 coordinates we use to find any vowel sound. So just imagine your mouth is like a sound mixing board with 4 main controls. First, you've got tongue height. That's your up and down slider. Then you got tongue position, your front to back slider. Next is lip rounding. Think of that as a shape filter. And finally, vowel length. That's your duration knob. By just tweaking these 4 settings, you can create every single vowel sound in English. So first up, let's look at that vertical slider, tongue height. Go ahead and say the vowel in seat. Feel that? Your tongue is pushed way up high in your mouth. Now say set. And now sat. See? You can actually feel your tongue dropping down a little bit with each word. High, mid, and low. It's really that simple. All right, next up is the horizontal slider, tongue position. Is your tongue more towards the front of your mouth or pulled to the back? Feel the difference here. Say feed. Your tongue is all the way at the front. Now say food. It gets pulled all the way back. And then a word like fur is kind of just chillin' right in the middle. Okay, coordinate number 3 is super easy to see for yourself. Seriously, just find a mirror. When you say the vowel in cheese, look at your lips. They're spread wide. That's unrounded. But for the vowel in who, your lips make a tight little circle. They're rounded. That simple change in shape makes a totally different sound. And last but not least, our 4th coordinate, it's all about timing. How long do you hold the sound? Notice that really quick, sharp vowel in sit. Now compare that to the longer, more stretched out vowel in seat. And as we saw with ship and sheep, this tiny difference in time can be absolutely crucial. And boom, this is where it all clicks into place. This is a vowel chart, and it's basically a map of your mouth. The top of the chart is the roof of your mouth, the bottom is your jaw, the left side is the front, and the right side is the back. Every single vowel sound has its own specific coordinate on this map, based on where your tongue is. This is literally how linguists map out the sounds of any language on the planet. Okay, so we've got this awesome map of sounds. But how does that map actually help us build words? Well, this brings us right back to our ship versus sheep puzzle, and it introduces us to maybe the most important building block in all of language. And the key idea is called the phoneme. The easiest way to think of it is like a single meaning-changing Lego brick of sound. If you swap one phoneme for another, you can build a completely different word. Honestly, getting a handle on these is the real secret to understanding accents and even learning new languages. So how do we know for sure that these phonemes are the real deal? Well, we use something called minimal pairs. These are just pairs of words that are exactly the same, except for one single sound. So when cat becomes cut, or sit becomes seat, we're seeing it happen in real time. One tiny sound change creates a brand new word. Right, but this brings up a really good question, doesn't it? I mean, we all say things a little differently. If I say the P in pin with a big puff of air, but you say it without one, did we say different words? Does that actually change the meaning?
And the answer is a big no, and here's why. We have to make a distinction between phonemes, those are the meaning changers, and something called allophones. Allophones are just different flavors of the same sound that don't change the meaning. That little puff of air on a P, it's just an allophone. Your brain hears it and still knows it's the same basic sound, the same core phoneme.
So with all these different layers of sound, you've got to be wondering, how do linguists even keep track of it all? Well, they have a system for writing it down, and it's all about the difference between a blueprint and the actual finished building. They use two kinds of notation. Think of it like this. The one inside the slashes is called phonemic transcription. That's just the basic blueprint for a word. It only shows you the core, meaning-changing phonemes. But the one inside the square brackets is phonetic transcription. That's the super detailed architectural drawing. It captures all the tiny details of how the sound was actually made, like that little puff of air on the puh.
And just like that, we've come full circle. We've cracked the code. The whole secret behind that massive difference between ship and sheep, it's just a single phoneme change. We're swapping out the short, high front vowel E for the long, high front vowel E. That's the entire trick. I mean, that's the real power of a single sound, right there. A minimal pair is the ultimate proof. You've got two words, different by only one tiny phoneme, and they have completely different meanings. It's the fundamental engine that drives our entire vocabulary. So think about it. Every time you open your mouth to speak, you're effortlessly navigating this crazy complex vowel map, swapping out phonemes to build meaning, all in a fraction of a second. You've just learned one of the deepest secrets of your own speech. It really makes you wonder, what other secrets is language hiding right under our noses?